Your mind, you see, isn't some quiet, impartial observer simply watching the world go by. Oh no. It's an active architect, a tireless builder, constantly constructing the very reality you experience. It all begins with something incredibly small, almost imperceptible, a simple choice, a fleeting preference. Perhaps it's the comforting aroma of coffee in the morning, a preference for its rich, dark brew over the delicate fragrance of tea. Or maybe it's the vibrant splash of blue that catches your eye, a color that resonates more deeply with you than the boldness of red. This tiny, seemingly insignificant preference, however, sets in motion a powerful chain reaction within your brain. Suddenly, your attention is subtly yet surely drawn to anything that confirms this nascent belief. The world seems to shift, to rearrange itself to align with your preference. You start noticing blue everywhere: the sky, a stranger's scarf, the logo on a passing bus. You find yourself encountering articles and conversations extolling the virtues of coffee, its energizing effects, its complex flavor profiles, its supposed health benefits. This isn't some grand cosmic alignment or a sudden, inexplicable surge of coincidences. This is your brain's echo chamber, working diligently behind the scenes. This echo chamber is a direct manifestation of a deeply ingrained and incredibly powerful psychological principle: confirmation bias. At its core, your brain has a profound, almost desperate, love for being right. It actively seeks out, gravitizes towards, and readily embraces any information that validates its existing beliefs, its pre-existing notions about the world. Conversely, it erects subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, filters to dismiss, downplay, or entirely ignore anything that dares to challenge those deeply held convictions. Imagine it as a highly personalized, meticulously curated news feed for your mind, designed to show you only what you already agree with, what already fits neatly into your existing worldview. Let's consider Sarah. Sarah has recently purchased a new car, and somewhere along the line, a seed of doubt has been planted. She's convinced this car is fundamentally unreliable. When she ventures online to research, her eyes, her mind, are drawn like a magnet to the negative reviews, the horror stories of breakdowns and expensive repairs. The glowing testimonials, the reports of smooth rides and dependable performance. They simply fade into the background, unacknowledged. Even when a well-meaning friend enthusiastically recommends a fantastic local mechanic, Sarah dismisses the suggestion, perhaps with a sigh and a muttered, "What's the point? This car is just a lemon." Then, inevitably, her car requires a minor repair. For Sarah, this isn't just an inconvenience. It's definitive proof, a flashing neon sign confirming her initial belief. Her conviction hardens, solidifies. The echo in her chamber grows louder, more insistent, drowning out any dissenting whispers. But why does our incredible brain engage in this selective filtering? It's, in large part, an energy-saving mechanism, constantly processing, analyzing, and weighing every single piece of incoming information would be an utterly exhausting, overwhelming endeavor. Confirmation bias acts as a mental shortcut, a way to simplify the vast complexity of the world. It makes decision-making faster, more efficient, and crucially, it fosters a comforting sense of certainty. We feel more secure, more stable, when our beliefs are consistently reinforced, when the world seems to confirm what we already think we know. This feeling of validation, while undeniably pleasant, can, however, harbor significant dangers. This pervasive bias infiltrates and influences virtually every aspect of our lives. It subtly shapes the dynamics of our relationships, dictating how we perceive the actions and intentions of those around us. It molds our political views, often reinforcing partisan divides, and making genuine dialogue incredibly difficult. It even extends to our personal health choices. If you've become convinced that a particular diet is the key to wellness, you'll invariably find and latch onto anecdotes and studies that support your chosen path, while conveniently overlooking or dismissing scientific research that presents contradictory evidence. Your echo chamber relentlessly reinforces your choice, filling you with a potent sense of confidence. But the critical question remains: are you actually achieving better health, or are you simply reinforcing a belief? What happens when the volume of your echo chamber reaches a critical level? You become increasingly resistant to new ideas, to perspectives that lie outside your established framework. You develop a knack for dismissing contradictory evidence, often without even truly engaging with it. You might even find yourself subtly misinterpreting facts, twisting them to fit your pre-existing narrative. In essence, you become trapped within the confines of your own perception, a prisoner of your own mental landscape. This isolation can lead to significant, even serious, mistakes in judgment. It can create an invisible barrier, alienating you from others who hold different viewpoints. Most importantly, it can stunt your personal growth, preventing you from evolving and expanding your understanding of the world. So, how do you begin to break free from this self-imposed confinement? The first, and perhaps most crucial, step is awareness. You must consciously recognize that your brain is, by its very nature, biased. It's not a flaw, it's a feature. Once you acknowledge this, you can begin to actively counteract it. Make a deliberate effort to seek out opposing viewpoints, to expose yourself to ideas that challenge your own. Question your own assumptions. Don't just accept your beliefs at face value. Ask yourself, why do I truly believe this? What evidence exists that contradicts my current position? Make a genuine attempt to understand the reasoning and perspective of the other side. Cultivating empathy is an incredibly powerful tool in this endeavor. It allows you to momentarily step outside your chamber, to see the world through different eyes, even if only for a moment. Consider Mark. Mark had developed a firm belief that his colleague, let's call her Emily, was simply lazy. He'd noticed her leaving the office a bit early on occasion, and he'd overheard a few snippets of office gossip that seemed to confirm his suspicions. His echo chamber had helpfully supplied him with a clear narrative. Emily was slacking off, not pulling her weight. Then, one afternoon, Mark happened to overhear Emily on a phone call. Her voice was strained, filled with a quiet worry. She was arranging care for her seriously ill mother, juggling appointments and trying to find the best support. He later learned she often stayed late into the evenings, catching up on her work after her personal responsibilities were managed. In that moment, Mark's perception shattered. His echo chamber, so confident and persuasive just moments before, had profoundly lied to him. This shift, this conscious effort to dismantle your echo chamber, requires genuine effort. It's often uncomfortable, even unsettling, to confront beliefs that you've held dear, beliefs that have provided you with a sense of stability. It can feel as though the very ground beneath your feet is becoming unstable, but the rewards for this discomfort are immense. You gain a far clearer, more nuanced understanding of the world and the people in it. You begin to make better, more informed decisions, free from the distortions of bias. You can connect more deeply with others, fostering stronger, more authentic relationships. You transform into a more open-minded, more adaptable, and ultimately, a more insightful individual. So I ask you, how loud is your echo chamber? Are you actively listening to the diverse chorus of outside voices, to the multitude of perspectives that exist beyond your own thoughts? Or are you simply hearing the familiar, comforting echo of your own convictions bouncing back at you? The next time you find yourself feeling a powerful surge of certainty, a conviction that feels unshakable, pause, take a breath, challenge that certainty. Actively seek out the information, the viewpoints, the evidence that you might be missing. Your reality, the true nature of the world around you, is far more complex, far richer, and far more fascinating than you might currently perceive. It's waiting to be discovered. And that profound discovery, that journey of understanding, truly begins with you. Ready to tune out the noise and finally hear the truth. Follow for more insights into your amazing mind.